Auston does not regulate his tone, his choice of words. This content may offend you, so I advise you proceed with caution. Thanks for considering the video. Hello YouTube, it is Auston back with another video. And today we're going to talk about, should men apologize for being men? But first I want to say we have reached 15,000 subscribers. We are on the way to 16,000. Before the month is up, we should be at a minimum of 25 to 28 minimum thousand followers. I appreciate everybody that supports. It is helping out a lot. You guys are giving me enough YouTube attention to the point where I will be able to travel and stay gone most of the year, so that way you guys have endless content. I'm actually waiting right now, so if I stop during the video, I'm gonna cut it out, but I'm waiting on Amazon to drop off my package. I have the microphones and the case for my camera so we can record Austin and the people I go with. We're gonna record us approaching while we're in Colombia. We're gonna come back to the States and compare it. And we know that's not gonna be that nice on the American women.
You're average looking at best.
But the truth is the truth, and we're gonna prove the truth. Remember, we are the green pill movement. So, why should men apologize for being men? We know men in the United States right now are being emasculated. Anything that has typically been masculine is now toxic, is now oppressive, is now misogynist, is now restricting women from being whores. So let's list some things. A typical thing in a male's nature is wanting sex, okay? That's the reason why you have married men that when their wife decides that she's gonna stop putting out sex, guess what? He goes and he pays a worker, because it's in the male nature to want sex. I don't know what is going on with, oh, y'all just want sex. Yes, not only, but we do want a lot of it. And I don't know why that's a problem. With sex is not just beneficial for one person. It's crazy. Second, wanting submission. Let's Google submission. My laptop is rendering a video, so it's gonna take a while. So let's Google submission, because submission nowadays is a curse word. Ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive. So by being passive with your man or obedient, passive means that you're not constantly challenging. You don't have to have the last word. You don't question his authority or his ability to lead. Why would a man not want that? I can tell you, any woman that's provided me submissiveness has made me even more masculine, which made me want to provide for her, which made me want to protect her, which made me want to reproduce. Everything goes right when the woman's submissive. Everything goes right. When she's unsubmissive, she gets pumped and dumped 4 or 5 times, and then she's out the door and blocked. Third, wanting beauty. We all know men are physical. Looks matter a lot. Not only, don't get it twisted, not only, but they matter a lot to men. Hence the reason why these whole fat girls, swim thick party, let me be 555 pounds at 5 foot. Yeah, that to most men, that's not gonna be attractive. I don't give a damn what you Googled about BBW being the most searched thing on porn websites. I don't care. Because BBW does not mean 550 pounds. So everybody has their own definition. But when I think of BBW, I don't think of obese. I think of she has a little more weight than usual on her. She's not fit, but she's not fat. She's a cheeseburger away from being obese. So that's BBW. I would, who is a BBW? I can't think of a BBW right now that, but it's not Precious. That's not BBW. See, a lot of y'all are confusing Precious with BBW. Precious is fat and obese. That's not BBW. I can guarantee you that's not the most Googled thing, because those type of women, when you sleep with them, they lower your self-confidence as a man. Don't bullshit me. If you cannot show your homeboys who you've been hooking up with, she's too fat.
He ain't lying.
And you know what I'm talking about as men. We've all slept with somebody that we regretted. Yes. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. But it's not uncommon for a man to want beauty. That's something that's always been a thing. That's on both sides of the fence. You know, we both go for the most attractive, but we just deem different things as attractive. You know, women don't prioritize looks the same way as men do. Don't give a fuck what you think. But yeah, as a man, I like beauty. So yeah, I've had women that were pretty much checked all the boxes for what I want. Maybe not say all, like let's say 70% of what I wanted, but they weren't as physically appealing. Like to me, they might have been a 6. So it was like, nah, you're doing everything right for the most part. Not everything, but for the most part, you're doing everything right. But you know, I don't feel proud. Like when I look at you, I don't light up. I don't get, and that doesn't mean she has to be a supermodel, but I'm just saying, I just don't find you attractive. You're just attractive enough for me to fuck. So that's, I mean, sorry, I'm gonna be the man to say it, but if you're a woman, there's a lot of men that might look at you like that. If you're not the most attractive, you're just attractive enough to fuck, and they might be taking pills to do that. Hard truth. Wanting cooperation. First of all, who in the hell wants anybody in their life that's uncooperative? For example, I grew up with a single mother. My mother was a single mother, and she was very uncooperative with my father. We stayed like 10, 15 minutes from the daycare. 10 minutes, not even 15. And my dad would be like, hey, can you come pick my little brother up from school and I'll meet y'all at the house? That would just be 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. My dad stayed like 45 minutes away. And she's like, I'm not doing that. You need to go, you need to leave work early and come get him. That's being uncooperative. And you know, that's my mother. It's a true story, but that's the perfect example. Nobody wants to deal with that on a daily basis, dude. Shit, I could not imagine. And I don't have to imagine because I've dealt with it. I've dealt with it, man. I've dealt with it. I told you I have my ex. I was paying all the bills. Couldn't get her to sweep. Couldn't get her to clean out the shower. She did do it. She did a horrible job of cleaning the shower. It was like literally like a 2-year-old cleaned it. 2-year-old probably been better. And it was like, how can you be that uncooperative? And then when you say something to uncooperative women, they flip and they get upset. And they wonder why some man slaps the dog shit out of them. I'm not advising men slap them, but I'm just saying it's a cause and effect world. Whatever you do might have an effect. Some men can't control their temper. I can. I'm just saying I'm observing. It's not surprising somebody slaps you. But that is uncooperative. Another thing that's uncooperative is like, if I say, oh shit, you know what? That camera seems a little out of focus. And that's my girl sitting right here. Can you focus that for me? You get up and do it. Nobody wants a bitch like that, man. That's what she is a bitch. Nobody wants that. Sorry, it's Mike. Youth. So I have had my fair share. Men want youth. I've had my fair share of older women. I have had a lot of single mothers since I've been living alone for the past three or 4 years. And that's cool and all because older women are pretty much straight to the point. They know what they want. But being older, too much older, because by single mother, I'm talking about women in their like 35 and up that I was dealing with. And that's just a problem. I bring her around the family like, oh, they're like, oh, what is this old bitch doing? What are you doing with my son? Okay, that's a problem. Then we got to think she's going to die before I do, more than likely. If we both live healthy lives, she's going to be the first to go. Which, I mean, I really don't give a damn. I mean, that doesn't make a difference. But, you know, and then if I want a child, that's a problem. You're 35 years old. Your body's probably not, you know, you might, but I don't operate off of possibilities. I operate off of probabilities. What are the chances? Not can it happen? Anything can happen. If I want to teleport to Mars right now, in some point in the future, that might be possible. But what are the chances of me doing that? So yeah, that's why youth is a problem, because older women are stuck in their ways. They cannot be trained. Yes, I said the bad word, trained. Men, we want a woman that we can mold to be with us, because if we're gonna be together for the rest of our lives, I need you to be on my program. We need to be able to get together. But older women, they've been around, they done jogged around the block 8-9 times and ran to the park and back. So you're not gonna be able to put them on your program. 90%, I don't think I've ran into one older woman I felt like I can mold her to meet my standards. That's how men think, especially dudes that have something going for themselves. I don't have time to try to change somebody that's super, because the older ones are usually going to be uncooperative. I don't have time to try to change that. I need you to get on my program. That's it. Wanting family. So I want 5 kids. Hence, a 35-year-old woman's probably not going to be able to give that to me. Unless we pop them out back to back. And that means Austin needs to be rich. In order for me to pop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years in a row, I need to be rich. That's not going to be cheap to carry for that many kids all at the same time. But y'all get it. So, but men want a family. And as we know right now, the feminists that are about to end the world, I'm so serious, they want men to get vasectomies. Okay, can't have babies. But if you do get them pregnant, they're going to kill it with an abortion. Or they're not going to get pregnant because they got the thing in their arm or the shot or birth control. And they don't want to marry you. They don't want to get married. They're so delusional. They claim that men are the only ones that benefit from marriage. If you don't believe me, contact me. I might put the video of my TikTok where a woman said that men are the only ones that benefit. I have yet to remember what I would benefit from marrying a woman. Because we can't say consistent pussy. Because as we've heard on many times, there are a lot of sexless marriages. So we're not going to say, what are you getting out of marrying a woman? I'm not saying I'm against marrying a woman, but what are you getting? Since y'all want to say that we're the only ones that benefit, what are you getting? Nothing. She takes your last name. And that doesn't change my daily life. Shit, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, these women don't want family. And they're trying to shame you for that. They're trying to shame your sex drive. They're trying to shame you for wanting a submissive woman. They're trying to shame you for wanting the best you can get for what you've worked on yourself for as far as beauty. They're trying to shame you for wanting cooperation. They're trying to shame you for wanting young women. I can't deal with young women yet. I might have to wait because the ones around my age, 95% of them are just not on my mental space, so we're not going to go together. I haven't done a lot of cussing in this video. But something I'm good at is being stoic. If you've seen me interview or answer with my very blunt, straight to the point questions, I am stoic. I'm not apologizing for that. I'm not apologizing because my mind, I'm not trying to be stoic. I'm just fucking stoic. I don't know how to elaborate. I just know how to tell you what it is. I don't know how to elaborate. I mean, I can elaborate, but yeah, I just say stuff like, you ask me what time it is, I'm gonna tell you what time it is. I'm not gonna tell you what time it is and how the fucking watch was made. I'm just gonna tell you what time it is. Just like when Melanie King asked me, does that sway you at all that the child support laws might, run in a woman's favor in Brazil too? And I'm like, no, it doesn't sway me, but I mean, for what you get, that's not really a concern of mine. It's worth the risk of that happening. Some people might have thought that was blunt. Or she said, would you ever date in the United States again? No. That's the answer to that's what you asked me. No. So that's being stoic. Also, stoic to me is the definition. I forgot. I'll look it up in a second. But the definition, stoic is also you're not showing your bitch energy too much, right? So by that I mean, some dudes, if you try to criticize them, they turn into a bitch, right? They almost act like your sister, like they just flip into a complete bitch. I take a lot of criticism, and I've been like this for years. I just, okay, I appreciate it. Oh, really? You said fuck me? Okay. Well, I mean, as long as you don't touch me, we're cool. But there's certain shit you can't just say to me. But okay, well, fuck you too. But I'm not gonna. My heart might be faster, but you're not gonna know because I'm very good at remaining calm, holding frame. I've always been like that. So, being stoic, let's look up that definition. A person who can endure pain or hardship without showing their feelings or complaining. Yes, that is the exact definition of me. For example, when my grandmother died last May of 2021, it's not that I didn't care, it just didn't really have any, I didn't feel the need to boo-hoo or, I love my grandmother to death, but I cried maybe 3 months later. That's the thing. Like my emotions, I have a great control over my emotions. So that's why when people try to call me immature, they're clearly, they're just dumbasses. They don't know what they're talking about. You have to be stoic as a man. I'm not apologizing for that. People say, oh, Austin, you're the most emotionless person I know. No, bitch, you just act like a bitch, and you're not used to a man that doesn't act like a bitch, bitch. Bitch! Shit, people kill me with that shit. You're like my ex-girlfriend. Oh, see, you don't care about anything. You don't have any emotions. No, I think about the dumb shit you say. I just don't. It's just the turning into a bitch and flipping out just doesn't pop up in my mind. I don't, why did you say that? What would you say? I don't do all that. No, okay. You want to go back to your mama's house? Leave, bye, bye. So yeah, that's me. You're not gonna be able to get me out of character. Okay, that's just like if Brittany Renner, we know she would disagree with the majority of things I say on my platform. If I was interviewed by her, I know she would just flip out and be all over the room doing cartwheels and backflips. I've seen her videos. She wouldn't get me. I'm like, oh, okay, and the thing is, here's the thing, when you are stoic, you make people look dumb. So I have some clients in my chair, when we debate, their pussy will get tight, right? These are grown ass men with pussies. So they'll be all acting like a bitch, and I'm just like, calmly saying my point. That's masculine. That's masculine. With all this shit is some shit that your girlfriend would do. You don't need it. We are opposites. So don't do all this like your girlfriend. You can stay calm. You can stay assertive. You're confident in your voice, nice tone. And then usually they'll realize, okay, they're the only ones. Because if they're the only ones flipping out, they're the only ones that look stupid. So then they'll look in the mirror and go, oh, okay. You know, after they didn't shitted on themselves twice, you know, they'll realize that they're dumb. And that's how you win. So again, in the United States, you're being shamed for wanting sex, right? They don't want you to have a sex drive. If you're a man with basic hormones and you want to fuck, well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's what they're saying nowadays. Oh, just because you fly her out, she doesn't have to fuck. Dude, seriously? But in Brazil, that's not a problem. You go on a date with a chick in Brazil, she knows it. She knows she wants to fuck her. She's not gonna pretend like she doesn't. I was watching One Master Teacher's live stream, and he had a picture of this chick in Colombia, and she, the caption on her photo said, "in due process," and it had a picture of her eating her food, and somebody was across from her, and then the other picture next to it was her basically naked with like her arms tied up behind her back, and she was like in a doggy style position, basically saying, if you take me out to eat, we're fucking. And hey, in other countries, that's not a problem. But here in the United States, it's a problem. So sex is a problem. If you're a man, you want sex, shame on you. Submission, beauty, cooperation, pretty much everything a woman should be, you need to apologize for wanting that. She should be loud and obnoxious, get in your face, disrespect you, slap you, peg you. Fuck it, you be the woman. You should be ashamed that you want a woman that does those three things: be submissive, beautiful, and cooperative. And how dare you? You want a family? You need to make a scientific fucking miracle and make a 45, 50-year-old woman be able to get pregnant when it usually doesn't happen, because you shouldn't want a young woman. And family, you're a chauvinist. You just want a housewife so you can oppress her and suppress her talent, when really she doesn't have any talent. And being stoic, you should be a little more emotional, but when you act emotional, I'm gonna say you're too emotional. So that's where we're at in the United States. So that's why I said, guys, take the green pill, join the Facebook group. If you enjoyed that video, leave a donation at the Cash App or the PayPal email. Contact me on the email. You're more likely to get a response on the email. Instagram, you can contact me there as well. You're probably not going to get a response there. I get too many DMs a day. But yeah, like I said, take the green pill, because that shit I just named off is making this country right now a circus. And we're in the last days of the United States. So run to the post office, get your passive online income right, because it's that bad out here.